Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film September the 5th, directed by Tim Fehlbaum. I very much enjoyed this film. It's a gripping and intense thriller that transports us back to the 1972 Munich Olympics hostage crisis. The film is focused on the ABC broadcasting team who were there to report on sports but ended up providing live coverage of the whole event. It really captures the chaos and the ethical dilemmas faced by this broadcasting team who woke up to being thrust into a unique position on being able to report on the crisis. Expecting to present a day of sports from the Olympics, they became the front line for a global TV audience following an unfolding news story. And I think it was the first time that a news story was followed in real time live like this. From its opening moments, the film is thrilling and immersive. It builds tension, not just through the unfolding crisis, but also through the behind-the-scenes challenges of live reporting. It is a bit of a live television procedural. I thought it was fascinating from this perspective. I loved the soundscape of this film. There are long, deep monotones and low-frequency hums, and this creates a constant undercurrent of unease. It reinforces the gravity of the situation and the relentless pressure felt by journalists scrambling to cover a story that was shifting in real time. The film also makes masterful use of archival footage. It seamlessly blends the historical broadcasts with dramatised scenes, and it lends a striking authenticity to the events on the screen. The live news footage that is shown throughout the film is all taken from the actual footage recorded on the day. It definitely was a great use of this archive, like they started from all of the footage and built the film back from that. In terms of the themes of the film, it resonates deeply with contemporary issues. The ethical questions posed, for example, should the attackers be called terrorists or guerrillas? And to what extent does media coverage shape unfolding events? They realise at one point that their live coverage of the German police planning to raid the apartment where the hostages were being held is being watched by the attackers, and it results in the raid having to be abandoned. Fehlbaum doesn't offer easy answers, and I think he successfully navigates the ambiguity of journalism's role in moments of crisis. The ABC reporters are not really painted as heroes or as opportunists. They're sincere professionals doing their best under impossible circumstances. Yet in their struggle to deliver the news, we see the early signs of the relentless 24-hour news cycle that dominates modern media. How live news of tragic events has become entertainment. One thing I really loved about this film is the old school TV production. It's a fascinating portrayal of early 1970s television production techniques, the painstaking process of live news reporting before the digital age. The film really captures the physicality of the job. Handmade title cards hastily prepared for breaking updates, massive studio cameras having to be physically moved to get the shots, and the urgent transportation of film reels being shuttled around. News coverage today is so different in the digital age, but this analog TV production display really added further tension to an already high-stakes situation. The film inevitably invites comparison to Steven Spielberg's film Munich, another dramatisation of the 1972 events. I'd never seen Munich, so I took the opportunity to watch it, and I've done a separate review on that. They're actually quite different in their focus. Spielberg's Munich focuses on the Israeli response to the day's events, rather than the events of the day itself. It's not really about the Munich events, but Israeli revenge against the Palestinian organisers of the operation. September the 5th stays within the confines of the broadcast booth on the day of the events, emphasising how the crisis played out in real time for a global audience. The other film that gives an excellent account of the events in Munich is the Kevin MacDonald 1999 documentary, One Day in September. I'm not reviewing this one, but I have just watched it after watching the other two, and that is also highly recommended for a factual account of what happened. One interesting feature of all three of these films on the Munich events is that they all use the same real footage. Watching all three of them over a couple of days was really interesting in terms of this strong connection between the three works. I really liked that repetition between the three films. Overall, September the 5th is a taut and thought-provoking drama. It balances historical authenticity with a thematic depth. It captures both the urgency of live news reporting and the weight of ethical responsibility that comes with it. The execution of the film is thrilling. The sound design really immersive. It's a really compelling historical drama, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.